neither team ever got a lot of separation on the scoreboard. When you're fighting to the finish, what were the things that helped you guys get the win?
Get some stops, not turning the ball over, and through thick, through thin, sticking together and playing together. I think we've been doing a great job of that as of late. We want to continue that and keep getting those strikes in the win column.
Did this have a playoff feel? Are you reluctant to say a regular season game has a playoff feel?
I don't know. It got a winning feel. That's all that really matters. You win as many as you can, and you always end up in a good place, no matter if it's a preseason, regular season, before or after All-Star break, in the playoffs. You win, good things happen.
There's a pretty wild stat that when Moses Moody is a starter, you guys are 18-1. What have you discovered about the way Moses impacts winning?
He plays the right way. He's very smart. He can shoot the ball. He can put the ball on the floor, and he guards at an elite level. He does whatever you ask him to do, never asks any questions about it. And I'm glad that stat is giving him the shine that he deserves. And I know he's going to be huge for this organization, and I know he's going to make his mark in his league, that's for sure.
JK had an alley-oop dunk in this one. He's not shying away from contact. Sometimes when a guy comes back from injury, he's not sure about his body. You feel like he's looking good?
Yeah, I think he's looking great. He's actually been looking at film of somebody else around his locker room, which is really cool and really good to see. I don't know. He's been doing some stuff that somebody else does, and I really, really like it. I like the way that he's not shying away from contact. He's being aggressive, playing behind the defense, all of those good things.
What did you think about Draymond dropping the night-night?
He's going to do that regardless, but I'm glad that he was the one that hit the bucket to put it away.
What have you discovered about Steve Kerr's leadership style?
He empowers his players to go out there and be great and do whatever it is they need to do, whatever it is that they see to lead the squad to a dub. And he gives you free reign to do everything, and I really appreciate it and I really respect it.
I was going to say, for you too as well, you feel that freedom here to be you?
Oh, hell yeah. If I don't hear from him, I hear it from the assistant coaches. I hear it from my teammates. I just get to go out there and hoop, make the right plays, get my guys involved, and it's been leading to some dubs. How are you feeling, guys?
Yeah, high praise for Steve Kerr. When you got a guy like Jimmy Butler saying he lets me play free, that's pretty good. You want a coach who brings out the best in you and helps you fit within an organization. Steve Kerr has an interesting problem on his hands, okay? He played 10 guys tonight. Brandon Podziemski is coming back on Tuesday. That means it's going to be an 11-man rotation. Steve said he's probably going to have to cut somebody. What do you think about having – it's a good problem because people are healthy, but, yeah, you got to pare that down.
It's going to be tough. I mean, Steve has said, 11 is just too deep. We saw the beginning of the season when he was trying to go 12 players, 13 players deep, and it's really hard for a coach. And it's hard for players, too, to find your rhythm, so on and so forth. And tonight, look, Quentin Post has already – given the Warriors more than they ever expected as a rookie this season. Mm-hmm. He goes out of the starting lineup, in comes Guy Santos. And Guy Santos just shows why he's that perfect glue guy. He doesn't have to have numbers in his box score that are going to jump out by any means. But I think about his first three-point attempt, it was blocked. Jonathan Kuminga saves it. Guy Santos cuts to the basket and one. He gets a three-point play right there. So right now, as far as how is he going to mix and match, I think it's going to be very matchup-based. I think Gary Payton II, he's a matchup-based type of player. And you really want to save him for the playoffs. He has that injury history, right? Kevon Looney, he's always going to trust him. But that might mean 5 minutes one night. Might mean 6. It might mean a DNP at times. Yeah. Brandon Podziemski is a key connector type of player that Steve Kerr really values. So he's going to play big-time minutes once he's back. Tuesday is the target date. But, as you said, a good problem to have right now, Kareth.
Connector. They got a lot of connectors on the team.
Spell it, buddy. Spell it.
He did. Buddy did spell it. And, yes, just to make it clear, Podziemski will return on Tuesday. Or let's say that's the target.
Yes.
That's the target. Because the Warriors are at a stretch where they have 3 games in 4 days with a back-to-back in there. So they didn't want to play him on the first night of a back-to-back. They'll make sure he can rest up his back and then be ready for the last game there. So that is the expectation for Pods. I saw him down in the hallway cheering on his guys. He's looking like he's doing... We are back on Dubstock, brought to you by Mancini Sleep World. This tight finish, this W that the Warriors got, helped Steve Kerr arrive at 558 career regular season wins. So he passed Al Attles for all time in Warriors history. And after the game, a very sweet moment where Wilhelmina Attles was in the locker room and she gave the game ball to Steve. There it is, history right there. Everyone gathering for an iconic photo. Congratulations there. This doesn't happen unless Steve has its own longevity. Like, he is the third longest tenured coach in the NBA right now. It also doesn't happen unless he has this cast of characters around him, which he mentioned in his very first answer postgame.
It is not surprising that that's exactly what he mentioned. How often do we ever hear the words I or me from Steve Kerr? It's all about we in the group and giving everybody else credit. The fact that he said how much this matters to him, how surreal it is almost, because we're talking about Mr. Warrior, how much Al Attles meant and always will mean to this franchise. So I just go back to who Steve Kerr is a person before being a coach. Draymond Green had a great 3+ minute answer last game about just a culture that he provided from day one, bringing families on team planes, being able to get those days where it's like, hey, if you need a day that's 3 hours with your family, go have that be your day.
Yeah.
If you need extra time on the table with the strength, the strength and training group, then do that.
Mm-hmm.
He finds ways to make sure that the group gets what they need.
Yeah, fill your cup. That's the type of guy. And I had the honor of interviewing Steve post-game for the Chase Center crowd, and my instructions were keep it short because he doesn't want this to be about him. So we asked 2 questions. He mentioned Steph. He mentioned the organizational stability, having Bob Myers as a GM, having Mike Dunleavy as the GM now, and just the unity of this group, that there hasn't been a lot of turnover over the top. Plus, you have a superstar like Steph Curry setting a tone as well. All right, there's a new superstar with the team. It's Jimmy Butler, another wild stat. The Warriors 14-1 with him in the lineup. Jimmy Butler, man, whether he's scoring, whether he's hooking up teammates with assists, he has been a season changer for the Dubs.
The fact that in games where he has scored 11 points or fewer, the Warriors are now 4-0.
Okay.
That speaks volumes to what this Warriors team is as a collection right now, and the impact right there. That's what Jimmy Butler is doing. The way he's able to get to the paint, find other players. Yeah, he can still throw down a dunk like this right here. But we're talking about 7 assists, 6 rebounds. And that's what I love to see. Draymond Green has called him almost an over-communicator. and you're talking about Draymond Green saying
problem.
that.
Yeah.
It's a very good problem.
Yeah.
It's not a problem by any means right now. Some people were worried about how are Draymond and Jimmy Butler going to fit together? Is there going to be a clash? No, these are just 2 basketball geniuses, 2 basketball minds feeding off of each other right now, and it's really fun to watch, Kareth.
The only thing they've clashed over is who's better at dominoes.
Yes, that's a great yes.
I'm
yes.
100% serious. Who is better at dominoes? Jimmy Butler will say he doesn't play dominoes, he teaches dominoes. Okay, what else did Jimmy Butler say? Neither team ever got a lot of separation on the scoreboard. When you're fighting to the finish, what were the things that helped you guys get the win?
Get some stops, not turning the ball over, and through thick, through thin, sticking together and playing together. I think we've been doing a great job of that as of late. We want to continue that and keep getting those strikes in the win column.
Did this have a playoff feel? Are you reluctant to say a regular season game has a playoff feel?
I don't know. It got a winning feel. That's all that really matters. You win as many as you can, and you always end up in a good place, no matter if it's preseason, regular season, before or after All-Star break, in the playoffs. You win, good things happen.
There's a pretty wild stat that when Moses Moody is a starter, you guys are 18-1. What have you discovered about the way Moses impacts winning?
He plays the right way. He's very smart. He can shoot the ball. He can put the ball on the floor, and he guards at an elite level. He does whatever you ask him to do. Never asks any questions about it. And I'm glad that stat is giving him the shine that